was Rembrandt? Unlock the secret that was kept for over 380 years and discover the coded messages in Rembrandt's art that reveal his membership in an underground fraternity. Think of the 5 most famous artists. Rembrandt is sure to make it on your list. But do we really know who this great artist was?
Rembrandt had a deep hidden secret that was kind of a paradox because he couldn't speak about it. If he spoke about it, it could have cost him his life and his career and the safety of his family. You can't find it in a lecture or an art book. For the first time, these secrets are revealed.
Though Holland was considered to be tolerant to the outsiders, in the time of Rembrandt, one could still risk being jailed or even tortured if they belonged to unsanctioned organizations. Consider the example of a Dutch painter known as Johannes Torrentius, whose paintings were ordered to be burned after being accused to be a Rosicrucian, with the artist arrested in 1627 and tortured in prison.
In the Dutch archives, the minutes to the torture survive, and there's actually conversations that were recorded with Torrentius, and we could see where Torrentius had confessed that indeed there was a very important secret fraternity. Indeed,
Rembrandt was a member of an underground society, either an early Freemason or a Rosicrucian. Rembrandt left us clues in his art about his true identity. He created a kind of art game by coding the meaning in plain sight, but only the one holding a key can participate. His image is instantly recognizable with his trademark bulbous nose and round beret. Follow Rembrandt's gesture. His left hand is inserted into the lapel, prominent enough so that you can detect it. Does it look familiar? That's because you have seen it countless times. You will find an identical gesture in Masonic diagrams as well as in Peale's portrait from 1776 of George Washington, who was one of the greatly revered Masonic members. The hidden fingers represent an internal disposition of faith. This sign is saying to other initiates of the order, "This is what I'm part of, this is what I believe in, and this is what I'm working for." The very act of self-portrait must be examined. Few painters have practiced the task of scrupulous self-examination as much as Rembrandt. In just 4 years, between 1627 and 1631, he portrayed himself at least 20 times. He painted, etched, and drew his own likeness at least 75 times over 40 years, in an astonishing number of roles ranging from a street beggar to the Apostle Paul. Rembrandt's extraordinary contribution to self-portraiture bears strong resemblance to the Masonic task of ongoing self-examination.
In his famous print, The Alchemist, Rembrandt plays with the viewer. You can see that the main character is getting up slightly from his chair, caught by the apparition from the window. He's so caught up with the light that's illuminating his face. He's studying what is inside that window. And as a viewer, when you follow this vision, you notice that there's a floating disc with 3 consecutive circles. Within the circles, you could see that there is actually a cross and 4 letters that spell one way of spelling encoded name of Christ, INRI, I-N-R-I. What happens when you spin the letters and rotate the disc? The INRI becomes Rhine, which is the last name of Rembrandt.
Take a look at an illuminating juxtaposition. Compare the Rosicrucian cross, prevalent in Masonic symbolism, to Rembrandt's image of the vision. Here you will find all of the same ingredients: the 3 concentric circles, the cross in the middle, transliteration in Latin of Hebrew words spelling God, and the letters I-N-R-I. It's in the obvious that the deep truth is usually hidden. Imagine a painting by Rembrandt. Most likely the first thing that comes to mind is the dramatic contrast of light and dark known as chiaroscuro. What lies beneath this technique of creating illuminated figures that emerge from darkness? It is not an accident that light is of major importance in the science of Masonic symbolism. It represents divine truth lighting the path of life's pilgrimage. Goethe's famous line, "There is strong shadow where there is much light," reflects this particular Masonic concept and is often represented in black and white checkered floors in Masonic images and ceremonies. It is clear that Rembrandt was not merely interested in perfecting a painting formula, but was participating in the Masonic traditions of exploring the symbolism of light and dark. In less than 10 years, Rembrandt reduced his signature to his first name only by dropping the customary reference to his family name, Van Rijn, his father's name, using the letter H standing for Herman, and the city of birth, using the letter L to refer to Leiden. He then added the mysterious D to his first name. What was the significance of this peculiar change, considering his first name is pronounced identically either way? In addition, he began to emphasize the letter B in his name by either capitalizing it right in the middle of his name or clearly separating his signature in two parts, Rembrandt. An old Dutch dictionary revealed to us the meaning of these two words. The definitions were stunning. Brandt means light, and Rem stands for clog or dim. Thus the artist changed his name to Rembrandt to signify a combination of two opposites, a direct reference to his trademark chiaroscuro. Consider the self-imposed D in his first name as a change to mean the extremes of light and dark, a fraternity hint for the initiated. Rembrandt repeatedly added a beautifully rendered letter F after signing his name. The Encyclopedia of Freemasonry presents the list of known abbreviations, featuring letter F standing proudly for brother, as we have suspected. A stunning comparison. Look at a close-up of Rembrandt's signature next to a document from Grand Lodge of France. You will see the same letter F followed by triangular arrangement of 3 dots. These 3 dots often appeared in signatures, which explains why Freemasons are still called in French les frères trois points, the 3-point brothers. A great number of Rembrandt's signatures display the same exact 3 dots proudly, a type of public display that remained invisible to the uninitiated.
It is important not to think about this discovery that we just witnessed for the first time in history since the time of Rembrandt over 300 years, not as a conspiracy theory, but an exciting new way to understand the deep meaning underneath the surface of the old masters.
Great artists left us mystical keys in their artwork. Are we ready to open the secret doors?